Hey, lovely peeps, how you doing? So I did make two members videos on this topic, on the topic of Isaiah being Jesus. Isaiah predates a lot of Ea and Elijah, Eli, proto-Christians who predate many of the tenets of Judaism, which only arise after the return from the Babylonian exile in the 500s, 400s BC. The premise therefore becomes, is Christianity older than Judaism? And if it is, was it called something else before? The premise of this video is therefore going to be something rather controversial. I thought, why not make one for the public as well? See what they have to say about it. Is Christianity actually Buddhism trying to come back? They're trying to bring back Buddhism and they're calling it Christianity. And that is Buddhism with a cross. Now, you can see quite clearly here in this menorah, the only reason the candles go sideways is because the thing is a cross. That's how it's shaped. Jewish star is a sigil from the Book of Solomon, one of the keys of Solomon, and it was on graves. In the same way the Masons put sigils on graves. We've seen them in Germany in a previous video from 2019 when I was biking around Germany. That's not the symbol. This is the earliest symbol of Judaism, but it is a cross. That's clear to me. And no one knows the ultimate origin of the candelabra. It may go back to very ancient times, but yes, that cross shape is in fact there. And in fact, you do have a bit of a almost like a pyramid shape as well, as you see right there. Let's look at this. Let's examine people. Now, something else very sacred to the Jews is the the Kiddush cup. Or I would say the Godish cup. Gad being a Phoenician god, also in the Germanic world, because there is a Germanic, possibly underlying Gothic substratum in the whole Middle East, known as the Gutians in ancient times, who sacked Sumer. Also the Hungarians, possibly being Sumerian prototypes. But as you see, the Godish cup, it's very similar to the Christian Holy Grail. The entire purpose of the Mass, the Catholic Mass, it doesn't bloody well come from dismissal at the end. No, it's because you're not going there to be dismissed. You're going there to Mass, to mate. To meet. And we see that this is how the word originates, because we're the experts on etymology. Well, at least we think we are on this channel. Meet, mate, eat some meat, drink some mead, have a mass, officer's mess. It's a feast. The Mithraic, in fact, the word Mithra is similar as well to mass. I can't get rid of that. I'll have to get a new computer. I don't know. The Kiddush cup is essentially another version of the European Holy Grail. The magic and mystery of the European Holy Grail is the entire basis of the Christian Mass. This is older than this ritual is far older than the Stations of the Cross, which you see in Catholic churches. Just absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. And we're going to compare to Buddhism now. Oh, by the way, a stupa. Stupas were they seem to have been Buddhist first. I'm not sure if they were Hindu, because the oldest stupas relate to Buddhism. But here we have one in Rome. Absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating indeed. Now I'm going to read from 10 similarities between Christianity and Buddhism. All right, ready? Compassion. Both emphasize compassion for others. Christianity teaches love your neighbor, while Buddhism promotes metta, loving kindness. Ethical living. Each has moral codes. Christianity's 10. I'm going to have to. You're going to have to. I'll stop that. Ethical living. Each has moral codes. Christianity's 10 commandments and Buddhism's 5 precepts guide followers to avoid harm and live virtuously. Spiritual growth. Both encourage personal transformation. Christians seek closeness to God through faith. Buddhists pursue enlightenment via meditation. Suffering. Christianity views suffering as part of human existence, ties to sin and redemption. Buddhism sees suffering, dukkha, as the universal truth to overcome. Community. Both value communal support. Christian churches and Buddhist sanghas foster spiritual and social connection. Forgiveness. Christianity emphasizes forgiving others, while Buddhism encourages letting go of resentment to achieve inner peace. Charity. Both advocate for generosity. Christians pursue charity as love for others. Buddhists see giving, dana, as the path to merit. Self-reflection. Both stress introspection. Christianity calls for examining one's conscience. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness and self-awareness. Hope for transcendence. Christianity offers salvation and eternal life. Buddhism seeks liberation from samsara, cycle of rebirth, through nirvana. Universal love. Both extend care beyond personal circles. Christianity through agape, universal love, and Buddhism through compassion of all things. And there's more Christian books, guys. There's more Christian books you've never read before. Where are they? Where are they going to be found? I want you to read the first 2 books of the Quran. That is even more Christian than the Bible is. The first 2 books of the Quran, written by proto-Christians 100%. After that, it gets a bit different. But the first 2 books, wow, that's really interesting, those 2. Very, very, it's like ancient hippies, basically. Very interesting. So as you see, Christianity, because I've discovered that the cross and the pyramid religion are one and the same. Therefore, the pyramids may be proto-Buddhism. And so we take it from there that Christianity is Buddhism trying to come back, but without fully understanding the earlier type of Buddhism as it spread through Eurasia. And we know it was in Eurasia. I don't want to keep going over the same videos over and over. People say in the comments, where are you getting this from? Guys, how about from my 500 videos that I've uploaded? You want me to repeat 500 videos, 10 hours of discussion in every video? Come on, guys. I'm not going to do that. But Ptah, Buddha, it's in ancient Egypt. 2000 BC, pre-2000 BC. That's Old Kingdom already. So the Gautama Buddha he called himself after a previous god, and even Buddhists know that, called the Buddha, because he wasn't the first one. We know he wasn't the first one. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Christianity / Buddhism is clearly the same thing in a certain way of interpreting it, and it's a very old religion. And if you don't think it's an old religion, then why did everyone say Jesus was being the same as Elijah, Isaiah? Isa, that is Isa, and from Eli, or Ea, from Ea. All right, guys, and that's like 700-ish BC. Okay, guys, have a very good day. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Is Christianity, Buddhism, a resurgent Buddhism? And one more thing. Sorry. Yeah, monasteries. The ancient Jews had monasteries, the Essenes. And yet people say, no one is saying that there were ancient Jews in Europe building these. They say they're Christian. Where the hell in the Bible does it talk about these? Show me. You can't. I don't think I've ever read it. Because this is from an earlier religion. The monastery, the pyramid religion, it's all the same thing. There would have been a monastery at Giza. Machu Picchu was a monastery on a mountain. Monasteries belong on mountains because they're worshipping the moon, which is Ea, the moon god, which was the megalithic builder god, which is found worldwide. Easter Island statues, that's Ea. That's the technology god. That's the fallen one. Any strange old grey statue with a funny moon face, that's Ea, and you find them worldwide. We've shown them in video after video after video after video after video. Enough.